Your browser history has been leaked to the one person you prayed would never see it. Stop. Do not click away. Do not pretend you did not hear me. That sudden chill you feel, that tightening in your chest, is not your imagination. It is your spirit recognizing a divine truth. This message found you for a reason, at this exact second, because the spiritual mechanics of your life are already in motion. What was done in secret is now coming to the light, but not in the way your enemy intended. They believed this act would be your end, your great shame. They were wrong. This is the beginning of your greatest victory. The clock started ticking the moment they pressed send. You have until the sun sets this evening in Darbhanga, Bihar, India to claim the power that I am giving you. After that, this window of grace will begin to close. The doubters, the scrollers, the ones who mock these words will see this as a coincidence. But you feel the truth of it in your bones, don't you? You felt for so long like you were living behind a mask, showing the world one face while your heart was crying out in the silence of your own home. You are the one who makes sure everyone else is okay, the one who holds it all together. But who checks on you, my child? Who asks about the silent battles you fight after midnight, with only the glow of a screen for a witness? I do. I have seen every search. Every question you typed into that empty white box, hoping for an answer, a way out, a sign that you were not alone. You were not searching for filth. You were searching for life. You were searching for hope. You were looking for a cure for a pain no one else could see. You were looking for the cost of a dream you were told was impossible. You were trying to find the words for a feeling you couldn't explain to anyone, not even yourself. And that person, the one who now holds this list, they do not see a person searching for hope. They see weakness. They see a target. They will twist your search for peace into a story of instability. They will paint your search for a new beginning as a betrayal of your current life. They see this list as a weapon, a chain to hold you down, to keep you small, to make you predictable and easy to control. They are preparing to use it. Right now. As I speak these words to you, they are rehearsing the conversation. They are crafting the email. They are planning the moment they will confront you, with a look of false concern on their face. They want to see you crumble. They want to see you beg. They want to strip you of your dignity, piece by piece, until you have nothing left. They believe they have you trapped. They believe they have won. But they have made a fatal error. They have not accounted for me. They have not accounted for this moment. This moment, which I have ordained to fall into your path. This is not a video. This is a divine appointment. The algorithm did not bring you here. I did. If you believe that I am speaking directly into your spirit, if you feel that I am pulling back the curtain on a secret war being waged against your destiny, then make a simple claim right now. Press the button that gives this video a thumbs up, not for me, but as a physical sign to the universe that you are choosing to fight back. Let it be an act of defiance. A declaration that you will not be a victim in this story. You are the hero. And your rescue has already begun. The enemy has shown their hand, and in doing so, they have triggered a divine response. A chain of events is now unfolding that will lead to their complete and utter humiliation. Your pain will be turned into power. Your shame will be turned into honor. The very thing they meant to use to destroy you will become the instrument of your greatest comeback. That feeling you have, that you were born for something more, that you are an outsider even among your own people, it is not arrogance. It is a holy calling. You were set apart because your destiny is greater than their understanding. They fear what you are becoming, so they are trying to drag you back to who you were. They are using your past to try and cancel your future. But my power is greater than their memory. My plan is greater than their plot. What they have leaked is not a history of your secrets. It is a catalogue of your prayers. Every search for a new home was a prayer for peace. Every search for a new job was a prayer for purpose. Every search for an answer to a hidden illness was a prayer for healing. Every search for a person from your past was a prayer for closure. They think they are holding a list of your wanderings, but they are holding the evidence of your faith. They have unwittingly delivered a portfolio of your deepest desires into a situation that I will now use for my glory and for your good. The one who received this list will not see what the sender wants them to see. Their eyes are being clouded. Their understanding is being confused. A spirit of divine misinterpretation is falling upon them. Where they were meant to see shame, they will see ambition. Where they were meant to see weakness, they will see a cry for help that they are uniquely positioned to answer, but in a way that serves you, not the enemy. This is my promise to you, and it is unfolding in the next few hours. The trap they set for you will spring shut, but they will be the one caught inside it. You need to understand how deep this goes. This isn't just about some words on a screen. This is about a spiritual battle for your future. The enemy has been studying you. They have been watching you, listening to your words, noticing the light in your eyes dim over the years. They have seen you carry burdens that were not yours to carry. You have been a pillar of strength for people who gave you nothing but weight in return. You have poured out your love, your energy, your finances, into soil that has produced no fruit for you. And you have done it with a smile, hiding the slow erosion of your own soul. You thought no one noticed. You thought no one saw you in the late hours, your face illuminated by a screen, looking for a way to make it all make sense. That person who leaked your history, they saw. But they saw it with jealousy. They saw your resilience and they hated it. They saw your secret strength and it made them feel weak. Their attack was not random. It was a calculated strike against the very core of who you are becoming. It was an attempt to poison the well of your hope. They want you to believe that your dreams are foolish. They want you to believe that your desires for something more are a sign of being ungrateful. They want you to stay exactly where you are, because your elevation exposes their stagnation. This is why the timeline is so critical. Between now and the moment the sun disappears from the sky today, a confusion will be sent into the enemy's camp. The person who sent the leak and the person who received it will have a conversation. But the words will be twisted. The intent will be misunderstood. An argument will break out between them, rooted in a complete misreading of the very information they sought to use against you. They will begin to suspect each other. The liar will be seen as a manipulator. The gossip will be seen as untrustworthy. The entire plot will implode before it ever reaches you. You will be shielded from the blast. You will only see the aftermath. You may receive a strange message, a confusing phone call, or you may just feel a sudden shift in the spiritual atmosphere around you. A lightness where there was heaviness. That will be your sign. That will be the proof that my angels have gone to war on your behalf. So do not be afraid. Do not let fear enter your heart for 1 second. That is what they want. Fear is the currency of the enemy. Your faith is your shield. Hold it up. The attack has already failed. They just don't know it yet. You are not defined by the questions you ask in the dark. You are defined by the one who answers them in the light. And I am answering you now. This leak, this exposure, is a divine setup. It was allowed to happen to separate the snakes from your garden. It was allowed to happen to reveal the true motives of those who call you friend, who call you family. It was allowed to happen so that you could finally see, without a shadow of a doubt, who is for you and who is against you. This painful moment is a gift. It is the gift of clarity. Soon, you will no longer have to guess. You will no longer have to wonder. The masks are about to fall. And you will be left standing, not in shame, but in the glorious, terrifying, beautiful light of your own truth, with a clear path before you. A path free of the vipers and the traitors who have been secretly draining your spirit for years. This is your moment of liberation. Prepare yourself. What they thought was your history is about to become their judgment. The evidence they gathered against you will be the very evidence used in the divine court to convict them. Every search you made for a better life will be a testament to your hope, a hope they tried to extinguish. And for that, there will be a reckoning. A divine reversal is not just possible, it is already happening. You have to believe this with every fiber of your being. This is not wishful thinking. This is a prophetic decree. The spiritual laws of sowing and reaping are immutable. They have sown betrayal. They will reap exposure. They have sown shame. They will reap humiliation. They have sown fear. They will reap terror. It is the law. And it is being executed on your behalf right at this moment. You are the reason for this divine intervention. Your quiet faithfulness, your long-suffering spirit, the goodness in your heart that you kept alive even when surrounded by darkness, it has not gone unnoticed in the courts of heaven. You have been seen. You have been heard. And you are about to be vindicated in a way that will leave your enemies speechless and you in awe of the God who fights for you. The person who did this is not a stranger. That's what makes the cut so deep. It's someone who has eaten at your table. Someone who has smiled in your face while hiding a dagger behind their back. They know your weaknesses. They know your insecurities. They know exactly which person to send that list to in order to cause you the maximum amount of pain and fear. Think, my child. Who in your life benefits from you staying small? Who gets nervous when you start to shine? Who subtly undermines your confidence with backhanded compliments and passive-aggressive remarks? That is your Judas. That is the one who sold you out for the cheap thrill of feeling powerful for a fleeting moment. Their heart is a pit of jealousy. They look at your life, and even in your struggles, they see a light that they do not possess. They see your potential, the giant that is sleeping inside of you, and it terrifies them. Because if you rise, you will leave them behind in the dust of their own bitterness. This act, this leaking of your private thoughts, was an act of spiritual assassination. An attempt to kill your spirit before it could truly take flight. And the person they sent it to? That person represents the judgment you fear most. It could be a parent who has always criticized you. A boss who holds your career in their hands. A spouse who you feel you can never please. A community leader whose opinion matters to everyone. They chose the target with surgical precision, aiming for the place where your armor is weakest. They knew that the opinion of this one person could paralyze you, could send you spiraling back into old patterns of self-doubt and fear. This is a spiritual setup, and you have walked right into the middle of it. But you are not walking into a trap. You are walking into a throne room. You are not here to be judged. You are here to be crowned. The injustice you feel right now, that burning sense of betrayal, is the fuel I will use to ignite your restoration. The pain you feel is a holy pain. It is the pain of new birth. You are shedding an old skin, an old life, an old identity that was given to you by people who never truly knew you. For years, you have felt this hidden pain, haven't you? A quiet ache in your soul that you couldn't name. It was the pain of being misunderstood. The pain of being surrounded by people who saw you as a utility, not as a universe. They took your kindness for weakness. They took your silence for agreement. They took your generosity for granted. And all the while, this poison of betrayal was seeping into the soil of your life, choking your joy, stunting your growth. This leak is not the cause of your pain. It is merely the symptom. It is the lancing of a boil that has been festering under the surface for a very, very long time. It had to come to the light. It had to become this ugly, this painful, so that you would have no choice but to finally deal with it. So you would have no choice but to finally cut the cord to these toxic people and claim the life that I have always intended for you. The timeline is urgent because your enemy is now emboldened. They believe they have won. In these next few hours, before the sun sets, their pride will reach its peak. They will be gloating in secret. They will be savoring their perceived victory. This is the moment of maximum arrogance. And it is in this moment that the fall will be greatest. Pride comes before the fall. This is not just a saying. It is a spiritual law. And their pride is the trigger for their destruction. You must not interfere. You must not reach out to them. You must not try to defend yourself. Your silence is your weapon. Your stillness is your power. You are to be a silent witness to the salvation I am bringing into your life. The person who received the list is right now feeling a sense of power. A sense of holding your fate in their hands. But a seed of doubt has already been planted in their mind. A question is forming in their spirit: why would this person send this to me? What do they gain from this? Do you see? The focus is already shifting away from you and onto the treacherous heart of the sender. The weapon they formed against you is beginning to melt in their hands. It is morphing, changing shape. It is turning into a mirror. And soon, the person holding it will not see your reflection, but their own. They will see their own insecurities, their own hidden searches, their own secret fears. The judgment they were about to pronounce on you will fall upon their own head. This is how I work. I do not stop the storm. I command it to pass over you and hit the houses of your enemies. The winds of chaos that were sent to tear you down will become the very winds that propel you forward into your destiny. You have been patient for too long. You have been quiet for too long. You have turned the other cheek so many times that your face is bruised from the slaps of the ungrateful. No more. Today, you stand still and watch the salvation of your God. Today, the battle is not yours. It is mine. And I have never lost a war. Your only task is to believe. Your only task is to hold on to this promise through the next few hours, even when your mind is screaming with fear and doubt. Tell your fear that it is a liar. Tell your doubt that it has no place in your house. You are a child of the Most High, and you are under divine protection. This leak was a declaration of war from the kingdom of darkness against your destiny. And today, the kingdom of heaven issues its response. And our response is total, overwhelming, and decisive victory on your behalf. A divine reversal has been decreed in the heavens. This is not something you have to hope for, it is something you must expect. The gears are already turning. The pieces are already moving on a chessboard you cannot see. The enemy made their move, exposing their queen, and now I am making mine. Their entire strategy was based on the belief that you would react with fear. They expected you to call, to cry, to plead. They were banking on your emotional breakdown. Your silence, your calm, your refusal to play their game is what will shatter their confidence. It will confuse them. They will wonder why their cannon blast has sounded like a firecracker. Your non-reaction is the first step in this divine reversal. You are taking your power back by refusing to give them the reaction they crave. Now, we will add a physical act to your spiritual stance. This is a ritual of reclamation. It is simple, but its spiritual power is immense. I want you to find a mirror in your home. It does not matter how big or small. Go to it now. If you cannot, picture it in your mind. I want you to look into your own eyes. Do not look at the flaws. Do not look at the signs of worry or age. Look past all of that and see the survivor that is staring back at you. See the warrior who has been through hell and back and is still standing. You are looking at a miracle. Now, I want you to take the index finger of your right hand and place it gently on the mirror, right over the reflection of your own heart. Close your eyes. Feel the coolness of the glass. This glass represents the screen they tried to use to define you. It represents the cold, hard surface of their judgment. As you hold your finger there, I want you to say these words aloud. Whisper them if you have to, but let the vibration come from your own chest. Say, what they meant for my shame, God is turning into my fame. The mirror is broken. My reflection is my own. Now, take your finger off the mirror. The ritual is complete. You have just served a spiritual eviction notice on the spirit of shame. You have declared that no outside image, no leaked list, no opinion of another human being has the power to define who you are. Your identity is not found in a browser history, it is found in the one who wrote your destiny before you were ever born. This reversal is already in motion. The first sign will be subtle. You might get a message from someone you haven't heard from in a while, with a word of encouragement that seems to come out of nowhere. You might see a set of repeating numbers, a sign that my angels are with you. You might hear a song on the radio that speaks directly to your situation. Do not dismiss these things. These are not coincidences. These are love notes from heaven, telling you to hold on, to stay strong, because your vindication is on the way. The person who holds the list is, at this very moment, feeling a growing sense of unease. The information is not sitting right with them. It feels tainted. It feels like gossip. It feels dirty. They are beginning to regret ever opening the message. The joy the enemy thought they would feel, the sense of superiority, is not there. Instead, there is a hollow feeling. A sense of being used. They are starting to see the sender of the list not as a helpful friend, but as a pot stirrer, a troublemaker. The trust between them is already beginning to crack. This is the divine confusion I have sent. The weapon is being dismantled from the inside out. By the time the sun sets, the relationship between your accuser and their chosen audience will be irrevocably damaged. They will turn on each other. The betrayal they planned for you will be a fire that consumes their own house. And you will be safe, far from the flames. The leak was meant to isolate you, to make you feel alone and exposed. But look what is happening. You are not alone. I am with you. And thousands of others who are watching this right now are with you in spirit. They are all survivors of a secret war. They all know what it feels like to be misunderstood, to be judged, to be betrayed. You are part of a chosen family now, an army of light that is rising up all over the world. Your story is their story. Your victory will be their victory. The shame was meant to be a wall, but it is becoming a bridge, connecting you.